So today we'll be starting lesson number 1, Introduction to Partnership, from part 1, page number 30. Okay, in that practical sum, that is question number 3. Okay, first, so in this question number 3, answer the following questions in brief. That is question number 1. See here in this only 11 sums are there, that is from year 1 to 11, which you have to do thoroughly. Okay, plus the illustrations, that is illustration 1 to 11. Okay, that you have to do. Now see this first sum. A partner withdraws identical amount at the end of each month from the firm. At the end of the year, total annual drawing is 12,000, 12% per annum. Interest is chargeable on drawing. Determine the amount of interest on drawing of the year. See here what they have stated, at the end of each year. Okay, so end is there. So now for this particular sum, the note which you have to keep in mind, okay, that is note to be remembered, that is if they have mentioned that is beginning of the month, okay, this is related to month, beginning of the month, then middle of the month, and then ending of the month. Okay, so this is all related to month. Okay, of the month. So if they have given it is beginning of the month, so what you have to do, you have to take that is 78 upon 12. Remember this. Okay, first number you have to remember, that is for beginning of the month, the that is the number of months, that is the calculation number of period you will be taking, that is 78 upon 12. Then middle of the month, just reduce 6, that is minus 6 from this, so 78 minus 6 you will be getting, that is 72 upon 12. Fine. Again ending of the month, so again minus 6, 72 minus 6 you will getting, that is 66 upon 12. Fine. So you have to remember this, that is first if the beginning of the month they have given that 78 upon 12, then middle of the month, so 78 minus 6, so you will be getting 72 upon 12, and ending word is there, ending of the month, so 72 minus 6, so that will be 66 upon 12. Now in this particular sum they have mentioned that is ending of the month. Okay, so here you have, they have told you to calculate that is interest on drawing. Fine. So here we are supposed to find out the interest of drawing. See here you will be taking this concept only, PRN upon 100. Fine. So which you have studied previously, that is interest is equals to PRN upon 100. Okay, in primary and in high school you have studied that whenever you want to calculate interest, you have to take into consideration PRN upon 100, that is principal amount, rate of interest, number of period, divide by 100. So here the principal amount, see as this is on the basis of month, okay, so you have to take the principal amount also for a month. Okay, so this principal amount you will be taking for a month, that is for 1 month. Okay, so see here in the sum they have given the annual drawing is 12,000. See for the whole year the drawing amount is 12,000, so for 1 month it will be how much? So what you will be doing, 12,000 divided by 12. So your yearly amount of drawing is 12,000 divided by 12, so you will be getting that is 1,000 rupees. Fine. So this you will be taking as P. This is your principal amount. Clear? So first we will be taking here that is 1000, and always remember here also in objective sum, plus whenever you are doing final account sum, in that also sometimes they are asking that is calculate the amount of interest on drawing. So whenever that adjustment is there related to end, beginning or middle, you are not supposed to take into consideration the yearly amount, but you will be taking the monthly amount as a principal amount. Now rate of interest they have given 12%, so here we will write down that is multiplied by 12. Then number of period, see as this particular sum they have given that is end of each month, end of each month, so ending period the number of period is that is 66 upon 12. So here 66 upon 12 and then multiplied by 100. Is this clear? So this you have to take into consideration, that is principal amount, rate of interest, 66 upon 12 is your end, that is number of period, and 100 as it is of year, PRN upon 100. Now when you will calculate this amount, okay, so how you will calculate 1000, see here 12 and this is your orally you can do. Okay, but when the amounts are not possible to be done orally, then what you will be doing, 1000 into 12 into 66, 1000 into 12 into 66 divided by that is 112, so you will be getting that is 1200. So 1200. Okay, so that is 660 rupees, that is your interest on drawing. So this is our answer. Fine, please do not do the calculation like this, that is 100 into 12 into 60, sorry, 1000 into 12. See, I'll show you, into 12 into 66, then divided by 100 and multiplied by 12. See, you will be getting wrong answer. Okay, that is 95,040. Okay, so you have to do, that is 1000 into 12 into 66, divide by, take both together, that is 1200. Okay, so 1000 into 12 into 66 divided by 1200. Okay, this will be your answer, that is 660 rupees. Fine, so this is your answer, that is interest on drawing. Now we will be doing the next sum, that is sum number 2. So see, sum number 2. Okay, so now here what they have given, Amruta and Divya are partners of a firm. Their capital ratio, see, capital ratio is given. Okay, here capital ratio is not needed, you will not take capital ratio into consideration. Okay, do not take capital ratio into consideration. Amruta is to be paid 8% commission on net profit after deducting of such commission. What amount will be received by Amruta if the profit of the year is 96,876? Okay, now first we will see the note for this particular sum. Okay, what thing you have to keep in mind while doing this sum? So see, note to remember, that is whenever you are doing such kind of sums, okay, just see that whatever they have, suppose for example they have taken 8, they have given 8%, so 8% commission on net profit after charging such commission. Okay, now this is your first note to remember. Now if in this case total profit of the firm is given, total profit of the firm is given, okay, what you will do when total profit of the firm is given? So you will take, that is total profit multiply by, that is 8 upon 108. Suppose as here I have taken 8%, so here 8 upon 108. Here I have taken 10%, so 10 upon 110. If here it is 12%, so 12 upon 112. Okay, this you will do when the total profit of the firm is given. Okay, please remember this. When the total profit of the firm is given, okay, then you have to take into consideration like this. Now if they have given your second point, same 8% commission on net profit after charging such commission. Okay, but here total profit of the firm is not given, but one partner's profit is given. Okay, any one partner's profit is given. Okay, so now when the things are like this, that only any one partner's profit is given, then from one partner what you will do, you will find out the total profit. Okay, so here after from one partner, so what you will have to consideration here also, see, that is you will be taking into consideration like this, that is total profit, okay, multiply by 8%. Here you won't do, that is 1 upon 108. Okay, here whatever the total profit will be, you will be getting directly 8 and then percentage sign, you just press it. Okay, so when they have given like this, any one partner profit is there, so see, from this any one partner profit, okay, so therefore from one partner's profit we will find total profit. Okay, and then you will do, that is total profit into 8%. See, what is the difference here? Total profit is given and in that commission amount is included, so here in 100 also we are adding 8. Okay, here commission is not included because see what will be happening, profit is there. Okay, see, one more step I'll show you, that is first net profit is given. Okay, from net profit you will deduct the commission, then you whatever final amount of profit you are getting, okay, final amount of profit This is to be distributed among the partners. Okay, so here still the profit is not distributed among the partners, and thus commission is included in this total profit. So here 8 is also we are including in this, that is 108. But here what is the thing, already the amount is distributed among the partner and any one partner's profit is given. So from one partner you will be finding the total profit by finding out the other partner's profit. As here already commission is deducted and then partner's profit is distributed, and from one partner you are finding the other partner's profit. So here you are not supposed to take 8 upon 108. Here you will directly take, that is 8%, which is will be treated as like this, that is total profit into 8 upon 100. Okay, so here 8 is not added in the denominator, whereas here 8 is to be added in the denominator. So remember just only one thing, total profit of the firm is given, then add whatever number of whatever rate of interest is given, you will be adding that in 100. When total profit of the firm is not given and any one partner's profit share is given, then you will not add 8 into denominator, that is in 100. Okay, so like this you will do the calculation. So now see the final sum. Okay, we will be seeing here final sum what they have given. See, Amruta and Divya are partners of a firm. Their capital ratio is 3:2. Capital ratio is of no use. Amruta is to be paid 8% commission on net profit. After deducting such commission, what amount will be received by Amruta if profit of the year is 96,876? See, here they have given total profit of the firm. Okay, so first of all we will write down, that is total profit of the firm is equals to rupees 96,876. Okay, 96,876. Now from this first we will find out, that is Amruta's commission, which is, that is 8% commission we have to give on net profit. Okay, so now we will be finding, therefore Amruta's commission. Okay, so what you will do, 96,876 into 8 upon 108, because firm's profit is given. Okay, so now calculate this, what you are getting. So 96,876 into 8 divided by 108. Fine, you are getting 7176. So here we are getting 7176 rupees. Okay, this is Amruta's commission. Fine, now what you have to do, commission is to be deducted from net profit. So therefore, okay, remaining profit is equals to, that is total profit 96,876 minus commission 7176. So see, 96,876 minus 7176, okay, 7,176 you are getting, that is remaining profit 89,700. Okay, this is your remaining profit. Now this profit will be distributed among the partners. Okay, now this profit you have to distribute among two partners, that is Amruta and Divya. Okay, so we will be distributing this among two partners, that is Amruta and Divya. Fine, they have not told about Divya anything. Okay, you are not supposed to find out what amount Divya is getting. You are supposed to find out, that is what amount will be received by Amruta. Fine, so see, as your capital ratio is given and P&L ratio is not there, so the profit will be distributed equally. There is a clause that whenever the P&L ratio is not mentioned, the profit is to be distributed equally among the partners, and here they have given capital ratio, which we will not consider. Therefore we have to distribute the profit among the partners equally. Fine, so here simply two partners are there, so divide it by 2. So we are getting 44,850. So here profit received by Amruta is 44,850 rupees. Now see, Amruta is not receiving only profit, she will be receiving, see, they have not told anything about Divya. So if you want to write down, you write for Divya, that is profit amount is 44,850. If you do not want to write down, leave it. Okay, Now Amruta is important for us. So Amruta is not only receiving profit, but she is also receiving the commission. So the total amount received by Amruta will be profit plus commission. That is how much? So rupees 7,176. So now in this amount we will add, that is plus 7176. So we are getting that is 52026. Okay, see 52026. So here the total amount, that is 52,026 amount received by Amruta. Okay, this is your final answer. Is this clear? Okay, this will be your answer, that is amount received by Amruta 52,026. Hope the sum is clear and the note is also clear. When total profit is given, then 8 upon 108, 10 upon 110, 5 upon 105, whatever rate of interest is given. When any one partner share is given, then directly take 8% or 8 upon 100. Okay, you will not include the percentage given in 100. Do not add here. Okay. Now moving on to third sum. See what they have given. Third sum. Vismay, Abhijit and Kunal are partners sharing profit and losses in the proportion, that is 3:2:4. Manager is to be paid 10% commission on profit, but after deducting of his such share. The share of profit of Abhijit is 30,000. See here only one partner share of profit is given. Okay, so here what you will do, you will take directly 10% after finding out the total profit. That is which I have told you, this concept. Okay, so first find out from one partner, you will find out the share of other partners, and then you will add all of them, and then you will do the percentage directly. So here in this particular sum they have given 10%, so you will directly take 10%. Okay, so now see sum number 3. First of all, Vismay, Abhijit and Kunal are partners. Okay, so Vismay, Abhijit and Kunal, they are the partners. Okay, the ratio is 3:2:4. That is P&L ratio. See, profit and loss in proportion. So here 3:2:4. Fine. Now what they have given, manager is to be paid 10% commission on profit after deducting such commission. These words are there. The share of profit of Abhijit is 30,000. So for Abhijit the amount of profit is 30,000. Okay, this is the amount of profit. See, for 2 share he is receiving 30,000. So for 1 share it will be 15,000. Again I am repeating, for 2 share he is receiving 30,000. Okay, 2 हिस्सों के लिए उसको 30,000 मिलते हैं, तो एक हिस्से के लिए उसको कितना मिलेगा, तो 15,000. So now simply what you have to do, you have to multiply this 15,000 by 4. Okay, and this 15,000 by 3. So 15 3s are, that is 45,000. So here there will be 45,000, and here what will be there, so 4 15s are, so that will be 60,000. And how we got that this 15,000? So here we have divided this 2, that is 30,000 divided by 2. Okay, why we have done this? That is for 2 share he is getting 30,000. So for 1 share how much he will get? So he will get, that is 15,000. And now this 15,000 is to be multiplied by 3 and this 15,000 is to be multiplied by 4. तो इसको एक हिस्से का 15,000 है, तो 4 हिस्से के कितने होंगे, 3 हिस्से का कितना होगा, like that. Okay, so for 3 share he will be getting 45,000 and for 4 share he will be getting 60,000. Now what you will do, you will add this 2, this 3. So therefore total profit, okay, that is equals to 45,000, 30,000 and 60,000. So here 45,000 plus 30,000 plus 60,000. So you will be getting 1,35,000. Okay, so it is rupees 1,35,000. Now you have to calculate therefore manager's commission. Okay, and I have told you that whenever you are calculating, okay, commission, and when the one partner share is given, so you will directly take percentage. So 1,35,000 into 10%. Simply we will take percentage. You will not take 10 upon, that is 110. Okay, so here simply you will take, that is 10 upon that 10%, or even here also like this. See, I'll be getting, that is 13,500 rupees. Okay, this is my answer, that is manager's commission okay, or even you can do like this, that is 1,35,000 into 10, but here in denominator you will put only 100, okay, you will not put that is 110. Clear? So here 110 is not to be added because only one partner's share of profit was given, okay. That is according to our note number 2, okay. That is first was this and second is this. When firm's profit is given, then 8 upon 108, 10 upon 110, when only one partner's share is given. So from one partner you will find out the profit of remaining partner, then you will get the total profit and directly percentage or percentage upon 100, okay. So here also when you do like this 1,35,000 into 10 upon 100, you will be getting again that is 13,500 rupees. Is this clear? So this is your answer, that is manager's commission. They have told you to find out this only. Determine the commission of manager, okay. So sum number 3 is over. Hope the sum is clear in your mind. Next is fourth. Now see the fourth sum. The profit loss sharing ratio of Rajkumar, Kaushik and Sharma is 15, 10 and 9. That is 15 is to 10 is to 9. The total profit of the firm is rupees 68,000. Determine the share in profit of each partner, okay. You are supposed to find out the share of each partner. So now first of all there are 3 partners, Rajkumar, Kaushik and Sharma. So here that is Rajkumar, Kaushik and Sharma. We have written the initial, okay. Now they have given the total profit, okay. The total profit of the 3 partner is that is 68,000 rupees. So your total profit is rupees 68,000. The ratio they have given, the ratio is 15 is to 10 is to 9. So here 15, 10 and 9. The total of all 3 you will do. So see, 15 plus 10 plus 9, that is you will be getting 34, okay. So like this you will write down. See, same way you can do the representation. Your answers can be represented like this, you will get full marks, okay. Every answers can be represented like this. No need to write down the notes in exam. Fine, this I have just written for your consideration. In exam you have to write down only the answers. Fine. Now here what they have given, see, 15 is to 10 is to 9. So the total we are getting 34, sorry. Now the total profit is 68,000. Now this profit is to be distributed among all the 3 partners. See how we will write down 68,000 into 15 upon 34, 68,000 into 10 upon 34, and here 68,000 into 9 upon 34, okay. And then therefore amount received by each partner. See, you will not do the calculation separately for all 3. In one calculation only we will find out the answer. See how we will do 68,000 divided by 34. So 68,000 divided by 34, okay. Whatever the total of this ratio, 15, 10 and 9, the total came, that is 34. So we will divide it by this 34, okay. Now what you are getting on the screen, you are getting on the screen that is 2,000. Press multiple sign only one time, okay. Press multiple sign after that only one time. Now what we will do, first is 15. So 15 equals to, so here the amount is 30,000. Then do not press multiple sign again, directly the next one is 10. So 10 equals to, so here the amount is 20,000. And now the third one, here it was 9, okay, ratio. So here directly, don't press again multiple, 9 equals to, so that is 18,000, okay. So this is the amount received by each partner, okay, in rupees. Fine. Again I am showing you, see, multiple is to be pressed only one time, remember like that, okay. Same way you can distribute the profit in admission and retirement, okay, or when you are distributing the amount of general reserve, workman accident compensation fund. So directly in one calculation you can distribute the amounts, okay. So what you will do, the ratio is that is 15 is to 10 is to 9. The addition of all these 3 is 34. So here the total amount is 68,000. So 68,000 divided by 34, the total of the ratio is equals to, or directly you can even press multiple sign, okay, but multiple is to be pressed only once. Now 15 equals to 30, 10 equals to, that is 20, and 9 equals to, that is 18. Okay, do not press multiple again and again. Multiple is to be pressed once only. 68,000 divided by 34 directly. If you are pressing multiple, then 15 equals to 30, 10 equals to 20, and 9 equals to 18. Okay, so here you will get your answer. So this is your question number 4. Moving on to next, that is question number 5. Okay, so here sum number 5. See now what they have given in question number 5. Mehta received his share 4 times of Pandya, while Bajpai receives half of the share of Mehta. Profit of the firm at the end of the year is 87,500. Determine the share in profit of each partner. See, both the sums are same. Here the ratio was given, here the ratio is not given. So first we will have to find out the ratio. Fine. So here what you will be doing, see, Mehta, Pandya and Bajpai, 3 partners are there. First we will write down, that is Mehta, Pandya and Bajpai. Okay. Now what they have given here, Mehta received his share 4 times of Pandya. See, you will always suppose the name that is the next name. Okay, in the first line the name which is at the end, that you will suppose. So we have to suppose the number for Pandya. Is this clear? Again I am repeating. In the first line the name which is at the end. So Mehta received his share 4 times of Pandya. So here Pandya is there. Pandya we have to suppose. The number which will suppose, that is for Pandya. So for here, suppose share of profit, okay, for Pandya is, now which number you will suppose? See, here it is 4 times. So here we can write down 4 upon 1, as there is nothing in denominator. Okay, 4 upon 1. Here there is half will be represented like this, 1 upon 2. Okay, now take the denominators of both the given figures. Okay, here only 4 is there, denominator is not there, so here the denominator is 1. Here half is there, so here the denominator is 2. Suppose here there is 1/5 time. Okay, so 1/5 time, how you will write down? 1 upon 5, so the denominator will become 5. Okay, 3/4 time, so 3 upon 4, so the denominator will become 4. So what you have to take into consideration, here they have given 4 times, so here nothing is there in the denominator, so I have written 1. Here half, so 1 upon 2, so here the denominator is 2. Now these 2 denominators you will multiple, so 1 2s are 2. Okay, so this you are going to suppose. Okay, that is for Pandya. So see, for Pandya I will be supposing the share, that is the share is rupees 2. Okay, fine. So Pandya's share of profit is rupee 2. Now I will be finding for Manoj and for Mehta and for Bajpai. So see what they have written. Mehta received his share 4 times of Pandya. So Mehta is receiving the share 4 times, means multiple of Pandya. So now Pandya is getting 2, so 4 2s are, so here there will be 8. Okay, so this is share of profit. Fine. So here it is 8, here it is 2. Now we will be finding for Bajpai. So see what they have given for Bajpai. Bajpai receive half of the share of Mehta. Okay, so Bajpai receive half. So first half is given, so we will write down half, that is 1 upon 2 of, that is, see what they have given. Bajpai receive half of the share of Mehta. So now what is the share of Mehta? Mehta's share is 8. So half of Mehta, that is 8. So 2 4s are. So here what you are getting? You are getting 4. So see now what is the ratio? 8 is to 2 is to 4, which can be further divisible. Okay, so 2 4s are 8, 2 1s are 2, and 2 2s are 4. So this is your P&L ratio. Okay, what is the total? 4 5 6 and 7. So the total is 7 here. Okay, now they have given you the profit. So total profit, that is how much? So see here they have given profit is 87,500 for the firm at the end of the year. So 87,500 rupees, 87,500. Now 87,500 into 4 upon 7, 87,500 into 1 upon 7, 87,500 into 2 upon 7. See, if you are not writing this, then also it is okay, you can write down directly the amounts, okay. But in this particular sum, you have to show the calculation like this, because before that there is nothing, okay. Here the working note is there for this math. So here you can even do directly on calculator, that is 87,500 divided by 7 into 4, 1 and then 2, okay. So if you are not writing this step, then also it will be okay, but for the safe hand you can write down, okay. So now, but in admission and retirement and everywhere, you are not supposed to show whenever you are distributing the profit or reserves or like this, okay. You can do directly on calculator. So now we will be doing directly on calculator. 87,500, the total is coming, that is 4:1:2, that is 7. So divided by 7, press multiple one time only, okay. Now first is 4, so 4 equals to, so here 50,000 rupees. For the second partner, 1 equals to, so rupees 12,500, and for the third partner it is 2, so 2 equals to, see I have not pressed multiple sign, only once I have pressed first time, 25,000. So this is the amount, therefore amount received by each partner, fine. That is 50,000, 12,500 and 25,000. Sorry, it is sum number 6. So in sum number 6, what they have given, profit of partnership firm Sheela, Shurbi and Sanket is rupees 1,35,000. They have shared profit in the ratio 2:1:3 instead of 3:2:3. What accounting treatment is to be given to the capital account to rectify this error? Fine. Now here there are 3 partners. First of all, Sheela, Shurbi and Sanket. So see, that is Sheela, Surbi and Sanket, okay. What note you have to remember for this particular sum, that is correct ratio minus wrong ratio, okay. This you have to remember, that is correct ratio minus wrong ratio. Now see how this note you will be applicable in this particular sum. See, profit is how much given? Profit is given, that is rupees 1,35,000. So here 1,35,000, okay. Now this profit is to be distributed among the partners. Now what they have done, see, they have shared profit in the ratio of 2:1:3 instead of 3:2:3. So see, they have shared the profit in the ratio. It means this is your wrong ratio. Instead of distributing in this, so this is your correct ratio, okay. So here we are writing what is your wrong ratio and what is your correct ratio. So see, what is your wrong ratio? 2:1:3. So 2:1:3, that is equals to 6, and 3:2:3, that is your correct ratio. So 3:2:3, that is correct ratio. 3 plus 3, 6, 7 and 8, okay. This we have written, fine. So hope this is clear that what is wrong and what is correct. See, again I am repeating, that is they have shared profit in the ratio 2:1:3 instead of 3:2:3. So they have already shared in this ratio. So this is wrong. They should have been sharing the ratio in this. So this is your correct ratio, okay. Now what you will do, so first you will distribute this amount. See what you have to do. Here what you have to do, that is 3:2:3, that is correct ratio. You have to do correct ratio minus wrong ratio. So first you will start the sum by correct ratio, okay. So first we are distributing this profit, okay. So distribute the profit in correct ratio. Correct ratio is 3:2:3, that is equals to 8. Now see, now you will not show that is 1,35,000 into 3 upon 8 or 1,35,000 into 2 upon 8 like this. We will do directly on calculator, fine. So 1,35,000 is to be divided by 8. So see, 1,35,000 divided by 8, directly multiple sign only one time. 3 equal to what you are getting, 50,625. So for the first partner, the amount is 50,625. Okay, this is in rupees. Then for the next partner, it is 2. So directly don't press anything, directly 2 and is equals to, so 2 and is equals to, so that is 33,750. So here we will write down 33,750, that is in rupees. Then what you have to do, so next is 3 again. So directly don't press multiple, directly 3 and then equals to, so 50,625. So here 50,625, that is in rupees. Fine. Now minus again profit, that is rupees 1,35,000. we have to distribute the profit in wrong ratio. So what is wrong ratio? We have already written 2:1:3, that is equals to 6. So 2:1:3, that is equals to 6. Now again 1,35,000 divided by 6. So see, 1,35,000 divided by 6, multiple only one time. Now first is 2. So 2 equals to, it is 45,000. Then 1. So 1 equals to, so it is, you are getting 22,500. And then 3 equals to, so don't press anything, directly 3 and then equals to, it is 67,500. Okay, so 67,500. Fine. Now what you have to do, see, you have to deduct. So from this amount you have to deduct this amount. So 50,625 minus 45,000, you are getting, that is 5,625, that is in plus. Fine, positive figure number you are getting. Now 33,750. So 33,750 minus 22,500. So you are getting 11,250. This is also you are getting in plus. Now see, for Saket it is 50,625. So 50,625 minus 67, that is 67,500. So you are getting something in minus. So that is minus 16,875. Clear? So first two amounts are in plus and the third amount is in minus. Now see what you'll remember, the another thing in note. Okay, this was the first thing you have to remember in note. Second, that is debit means minus and credit means plus. Okay, debit means minus and credit means plus. Only in, okay, one more thing you remember, that is only when sum is based on interest on drawing, do the reverse. Okay, so this concept is same for all sums, that is minus means debit and plus means credit. Only when the sum is based on interest on drawing, you have to do the reverse. It means there debit will become plus and credit will become minus. Okay, so only in this interest on drawing sum you have to remember the reverse concept, whereas in each and every concept minus means debit and credit means plus. So see, minus means debit, so this will be debited and this 2 will be credited. See, if you add this 2 again, you will get the same amount, that is here. See, 5,625 plus 11,250. So you are getting 16,875. See, you are getting this. Now you have to pass the journal entry, because what they have given here, they have told you to give the rectification entry. Okay, rectify this error. Okay, whenever rectification of this error is there, so you have to give the rectification entry. Fine. Prepare this with pencil. Okay. That is particulars, LF, debit rupees, and then credit rupees. Okay, your debit, so Sanket is debit, so here we will write down that is Sanket's capital account debited to Sheila's capital account and to Surbhi's capital account. Fine. So for Sanket the amount is 16875 and here 5625 and 11250. Okay, so this is your rectification entry. Hope the sum is clear in your mind. Okay, that is question number 6. Next, moving on to question number 7. See what they have told you in question number 7. That is Ram, Rahim and Ishu are partners of a partnership firm. Their capital as on 1/4/2016 was 60,000 rupees, 40,000 rupees and 50,000 respectively. After the distribution of the profit of the year, it was realized that charging of 6% interest on partners' capital account was missed out. Write an entry for the rectification of error. Okay, now you have to give the rectification entry. You have just forgotten to calculate interest on capital and you have closed the account. Okay, now how the rectification entry will be given, that we will see. So see here, question number 7, the partners are Ram, Rahim and Ishu. So Ram, Rahim and Ishu. Okay, that is your third partner. Okay, they have given the amount of capital. Okay, they have given that capital is, for Ram it is rupees 60,000. For the next partner it is rupees 40,000 and for the third partner it is rupees, that is 50,000. Okay, see here 60,000, 40,000 and 50,000. Now they have forgot to calculate the interest on capital. See, after the distribution of profit is distributed, it was realized that charging of 6% interest on partners capital account was missed out. Okay, so now here we have to calculate interest on capital. Fine, that is how much? So 6%. So we will calculate 6% of 60,000, that is 60,000 into 6%. 6 6 are 36. So we will be getting, that is 3,600 rupees. Okay, for the next one 4 6 are 24, so it will be 2,400 rupees. For the third partner 6 5 are 30, so it is coming to 3,000. Okay, like this. See, when you will calculate, okay, that is 60,000 into 6%, 3,600, then 40,000 into 6%, you are getting 2,400, and then 50,000 into 6%, so it is 3,000. Fine, so this we have done. Now what you will do, see, you will add this interest on capital. Okay, so what you will be getting, see, 3,600 plus 2,400 plus 3,000. Even you can press the GT button, so you would have got 9,000 rupees. Okay, so here the total of this is coming 9,000 rupees. Clear? The total. See, first step, calculate interest on capital. Next step, add this interest on capital. So the total amount of interest on capital is 9,000. Now what you will do, now this 9,000 you will distribute among the partners. So distribute total interest on capital among partners. Okay, in P&L ratio. See, have they given the P&L ratio? See, in this particular sum they have not given the P&L ratio. As P&L ratio is not given, so it will be distributed equally. Okay, so here this will be given equally. Okay, so 9,000, your three partners are there. When you divide 9,000 by 3, so we get that is 3,000. So the amount will be getting, that is 3,000, here also 3,000 and here also 3,000. What you have to do, you have to deduct this from this interest on capital amount, deduct this distributed amount. Okay, so 3,600 minus 3,000. So what you are getting, that is plus 600. 2,400 minus 3,000, so you will be getting, that is minus 600, and here 3,000 minus 3,000, so here nothing is coming, so it is 0. Now minus means debit, plus means credit. Okay, I have told you for all the sum you will consider only this concept, debit means minus, credit means plus. Only in interest on drawing the concept will be reversed. Okay, that is debit is plus and credit is minus. So this is interest on capital sum, so it will be same, that is credit and debit. So now again you have to give the rectification entry. Okay, so again roughly we will prepare like this. Okay, particulars, LF, amount that is in rupees, sorry, debit that is in rupees, and credit that is in rupees. Okay, now debit is Rahim, so Rahim's capital account debited to Ram is credit, so to Ram's capital account. Fine, the amount is 600 and 600. Okay, now hope the sum is clear in your mind, but one more thing I will be adding in this. See why we are doing like this. See, now almost you have done final account of partnership. Okay, everything is completed. See what you were doing, this is just a rough work. Okay, now in rough work, see what they have given. I just wanted to explain you that you are preparing in final account, that is partners capital account. Okay, and you are preparing P&L APRO. First we are preparing P&L APRO. Here I will be writing P&L APRO account. Okay, and here I am writing that is partners capital account. Okay, see here we are writing by balance brought down, it means capital, and then on this capital we are calculating the interest on capital. And you have learned that whenever you write down your interest on capital, here it is on credit side, so the reverse entry goes on this side, that is to interest on capital. Okay, so here this is to be done, and then you are closing this P&L APRO and you are finding out the divisible profit. Okay, and then you are distributing the amount among the partners. So in this particular sum, what is happening, already the things are being distributed and you have forgotten to do this. So see, first you are finding interest on capital, that is this entry you are doing. Okay, what you are calculating in partners capital account. Now this you are taking it to here, and then here the left out amount is to be distributed among the partners. So as now nothing is remaining, only this amount is there, so this amount you will distribute among the partners in their P&L ratio. So that step is this step, that is distribution of total interest on capital among the partners in P&L ratio. Okay, hope the steps are clear. This interest on capital when you are calculating, that is your first step. When you take it on this side, and here it is already prepared, the distribution of profit is also done, so now only this amount is there. So this amount, the left out amount, will be distributed among the partners in their P&L ratio, that is this step. Okay, that's why we are doing like this. Fine, hope the sum is clear and the concept is also clear why we are doing like this. Now see sum number 8, that is Lata, Geeta and Praveena are partners of a partnership firm. After distribution of profit of the year, it was realized that charging of interest on partners drawing account respectively 2700, 1200 and 1500 was missed out. Write an entry for the rectification of error. See, same type of sum, both the sums are there, only the thing is this is interest on capital and this is interest on drawing. Here interest on capital you have calculated, here directly they have given the amounts of interest on drawing. Now what I gave you in a note, that in the sum of interest on drawing, the concept you have to reverse, that is debit, normally it is minus, so in this particular sum plus will be debit. Credit, normally it is plus, so in this particular sum it will be minus. This concept is only for interest on drawing. Okay, so now the partners are, that is Lata, Geeta and Praveena. So here Lata, Geeta and Praveena. Okay, they have directly given the interest on drawing. Okay, we are not supposed to calculate. Suppose drawing amount is there and rate of interest on drawing is there, and then you calculate as we have calculated for this, that is capital amount is there and the rate is given, so you will calculate. You are directly given, so directly write down, that is in rupees what they have given. So first is 27, 12 and 15. So 2700, 1200 and 1500. Now what you'll do, you will add this 3. So 2700 plus 1200 plus 1500. So it is coming to 5400. Okay, 5400. That is total interest on drawing. Now what you'll do, minus distribute total interest on drawing among partners in P&L ratio. Now in this particular sum also, see the P&L ratio is not given, okay, not mentioned everywhere. Fine. So here also it will be equally 3 partners are there, so 5400 divided by 3. So here we will divide it by 3. We are getting that is 1800. So here 1800 and 1800. Okay, now we will deduct this. So 27 minus 1800. So see what you are getting, 2700 minus 1800, you will be getting that is 900. The amount you are getting, it is in plus. Then 1200 minus 1800. So 1200 minus 1800. So you are getting that is minus 600. And here 15 minus 18. So 1500 minus 1800, the amount you are getting, that is minus 300. So see, 600 and 300 addition, you are getting this 900. And in this particular sum you have to remember, minus means credit, you have to do reverse. Okay, so this will be credit, this will be credit, and this will be debit. Fine. Again, now there is rectification. Entry. Fine. So your debit is Lata. So Lata's capital account debited to Geeta's capital account to Praveena's capital account. Okay, that is 900, then 600 and 300. Okay, hope the sum is clear. Now see, in question number 9, Mukesh, Dhaval and Vinod are the partners of a partnership firm. Their capital proportion is 4:2:3. See, again they have given you that is capital proportion. Okay, that is 4:2:3, which is of no use for us. Okay, Dhaval and Vinod has given assurance to Mukesh that he will get minimum 35,000 from the profit. The profit of the year is 90,000. How would you distribute the profit among the partners? Okay, now see, first of all 3 partners are there, Mukesh, Dhaval and Vinod. So see, here we will write down that is Mukesh, Dhaval and Vinod. Okay, profit is given, that is profit is rupees 90,000. Okay, now what they have given, see, that is Dhaval and Vinod has given assurance to Mukesh that he will get minimum 35,000. So to Mukesh they have given. So see what assurance they have given, that Mukesh will get 35,000 rupees. Minimum he will get this much. This assurance is given by Dhaval and Vinod. Okay. Now here they have given the capital proportion. So we will not take this into consideration. Okay. This is your capital proportion, which is given 4:2:3, which is not to be taken into consideration because profit is distributed always in P&L ratio. P&L ratio is not there, so this will be distributed equally. Fine. So equally 90,000 we will distribute, so that is 30,000, 30,000 and 30,000. Okay, that is in rupees. Now see, they have given, these 2 people have given assurance that Mukesh will get 35,000, but he is getting 30,000. Now as the assurance is given by them, so they only have to bear this 5,000, extra 5,000. So now these 2 people will pay him 5,000. How they will pay? See, so here 5,000 is added, okay, that is amount to be given to Mukesh, okay. This amount will be given by Dhaval and Vinod. Now here 5,000 is added, but now these two people, they will share in their ratio, that is equally, okay. So 5,000 they have to give him, but this 5,000 they will bring how? So 2,500 this partner will bring and 2,500 this partner will bring, as P&L ratio is equally. So here we have added 5,000. So here what you will do, you will deduct 2,500 and 2,500. Fine. Suppose this is your P&L ratio. अगर ये आपका P&L ratio होता तो see what is the ratio of this, that is 2:3. 2 plus 3 is 5. So यहाँ 2,000 आता, यहाँ 3,000 आता. जब ये आपका P&L ratio था. Right now this is your capital proportion, so you won't consider this, okay. So this 5,000 as the P&L ratio is equally, so 2,500 he will bring and 2,500 he will bring. So that's why we have deducted this amount. So here therefore amount received by each partner, okay. So it is 35,000, here it will be 27,500 and here also it will be 27,500, okay. The sum is clear to you. That is question number 9. Now see question number 10. The closing capital of Raghuveer, okay, they have given closing capital of Raghuveer is 80,000. So here closing capital, it is rupees 80,000. Then they have given in which 12,500 is drawing of current year. So drawing is that is 12,500, okay. Then profit of the year, that is recorded 17,800. So your profit is 17,800. What will be the interest at 6% per annum on the opening capital? So now what they have told you to find out, they have told you to find out interest on opening capital, okay, and the rate of interest is how much they have given, that is 6% per annum. So here the rate of interest is 6% per annum. Now how you will do this particular sum? So see, for this the note is for your explanation. See, in 11th standard you were doing the final account, and on liability side how you were preparing, okay, that is first you are writing the capital of the person, then plus additional capital, then plus interest on capital, then plus profit, that is net profit, and then you were deducting certain things that were drawings, additional drawings, interest on drawing, and net loss, okay. And then at the end the amount which you were getting, that was your closing capital, okay. So at the end what you are getting, okay, that is treated as closing capital, and this capital is treated as opening capital, okay. So now for this, in this particular sum what they have given you closing capital, which you are getting normally at the end, and you want to find out the interest on capital, that is 6%, which you are getting at the first. So if this is given and this all you are doing and you are coming till here, so when you have to go reverse, what you will do, you will do the reverse of this sign. See, your drawing is to be deducted, so your drawing will be added. Your profit is added, so your profit will be deducted. Same way, if any other things are given, that is interest on capital or interest on drawing, then you can understand with this that whatever you are doing here, you have to do reverse here. So drawing normally we are deducting, so here we will add. Profit here we are adding, so here we will deduct, okay. So here then you will get, that is opening capital, okay. So here you will be getting, that is opening capital. So what, see, you are getting, that is 80,000 plus 12,500 minus 17,800. So you are getting, that is 74,700. So 74,700. Clear? This you are getting. Now on this amount, as this is your opening capital, now we will calculate 6% interest on capital. So interest on capital will be 74,700 multiplied by 6%. So into 6%. So that is 4482 rupees. This is your interest on capital. Okay, hope the sum is clear. Okay, so this bifurcation you can remember. Opening is given and then you are coming till end. So when closing is given and you want to go till opening, you will do the reverse sign, that is plus will become minus and minus will become plus. Okay, hope the sum is clear. Moving on to 11th sum, that is the last sum for this chapter. Now see sum number 11. A, B and C are partners sharing profit and losses in equal proportion. So here the partners are A, B and C. P&L ratio is equally. Okay, further what they have told you, their total capital is 4,50,000. Okay, so they have given you total capital, that is rupees 4,50,000. Their proportion of capital is 1:3:2. See, in each and every sum above which we have done, we have cancelled the proportion of capital. But in this sum, you will not cancel it, you will calculate it. Why? Because the amount of capital for each partner they have not given. A का capital कितना होगा, B का कितना होगा, C का कितना होगा, that is not mentioned. Okay, so they have given the total capital. So this we will distribute among to this ratio. Okay, that is 1:3:2. Fine. So here the total of 1:3:2 is 6. Okay, so here the capital proportion they have given, that is 1:3:2, that is equals to 6. So first we will distribute the capital among all the partners. So see, 4,50,000 divided by the total is 6. So divided by 6, multiple only one time, 1 equal to, so that is 75,000 rupees. Okay, then 3 equals to, so directly 3 equals to, so that is 2,25,000, and then 2 equals to, so 2 equals to, it is 1,50,000. Okay, so 75,000, 2,25,000 and 1,50,000. So capital we have distributed among the partners. Further what they have said, see, firm pays interest on capital 9% per annum. So we will pay, that is interest on capital, it is 9%. So 75,000 into 9%, it is 6,750 rupees. Then 2,25,000 into 9%, so it is 20,250. And for the third partner, 1,50,000 into 9%, so it is 13,500. Okay, so this way we have calculated the interest on capital. See, whatever they have told, we are just going in that sequence. Okay, next what they have told, partner C has received 73,500 including interest on capital. Now see, normally partners are receiving what? Partners are receiving, that is profit. Okay, so including profit and interest on capital, he is receiving 73,500, that is partner C. So for profit we will leave the line. Okay, and total amount received by each partner including interest on capital. Fine. So here for the third partner, C partner, they have mentioned that total amount received by each partner including interest on capital. So what amount here is receiving? 73,500. Okay, now see, that is interest on capital plus profit. Okay, when you add this two, the partner is getting 73,500. I am having 13,500. I am not having the amount of profit. This is missing for me. So what it will be? When the addition of this two, A plus B is C. So what I'll get? If I want to find out this two I will be deducting. So 73,500 minus 13,500, I will get, that is 60,000. Okay, so for this person, for that is the partner C, the amount of profit is, that is 60,000. Fine. So now what we will be doing, we will be finding out the profit of this two partner. See what they have told you to find at the end. Determine the amount of payable including interest on capital A and B. Okay, that is you want to find out what amount will be received by this two partner including profit and interest on capital. Fine. Now this we got that this partner's profit is 60,000, that is 73,500. Interest itna hai. See here they have mentioned that partner C will get this much including interest on capital. So agar interest on capital इसमें से minus करोगे, so the remaining amount is of profit. Now as you know that profit and loss ratio is equal. Okay, here the profit is equally distributed. So if this partner is getting 60,000, so obviously this partner will also get 60 and this partner will also get 60,000. So we can write down here 60 and here 60. Now addition of this two, so 66,750. Here addition of this two, so that is 80,250. So we have got that this amount will be received by partner A and partner B. Hope the sum is clear in your mind. Simply just remember that here they have told that total amount received by partner C is 73,500 including interest on capital. So if I exclude interest on capital, then the remaining amount is for profit, that is 60,000. 73,500 में से हमने 13,500 माइनस कर दिया, तो रिमेनिंग अमाउंट किसका है? प्रॉफिट का है. नाउ प्रॉफिट इज इक्वली, सो इफ दिस पार्टनर इज गेटिंग 60, सो रिमेनिंग टू पार्टनर्स विल ऑल्सो गेट 60. सो दे हैव टोल्ड यू टू फाइंड आउट दिस अमाउंट. सो interest plus profit, you'll get this. Here also interest plus profit, you'll get this. Okay, so here the chapter 1 gets over. Okay, you have to do this 11 sums plus illustration 1 to 11. Okay, this you'll be doing. 22 sums are there. You do it nicely because from this only any 2 sums will be there in your board exam. That will carry 3 plus 3, that is 6 marks weightage. Okay, for this chapter. So please go through with this 22 sums for your board exam. Exactly the same sum will come. Hardly the amounts will be changed. Okay, same sum you will get. So please complete this chapter nicely. If you have any doubt, then you are free to ask. Thank you.